Hi guys, Cori here. Today's practice is going to be a little bit of a stronger Vinyasa flow, maybe for intermediate or advanced yogis or those who have been practicing for a while and are looking for a little of a challenge. I drank 3 cups of coffee today, so I'm feeling super energized and ready to get practicing and get a little sweaty. So if you're up for it, roll out your mat, we'll meet down on our backs. We'll start off in Supta Baddha Konasana, or any position on your back that makes you feel comfortable. Settle your eyes down closed. Rest your hands anywhere on your body that feels good. Start to lengthen your breath. I always like to take a few cleansing breaths in through my nose and out through my mouth. That helps me bring my mind onto my mat. Helps me settle my awareness into my body and get ready to practice. Eventually you'll come to breathing in and out through your nose, starting to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. I'm lucky enough to be practicing outside today, so I get to feel a cool breeze on my skin. But notice the temperature of the room around you. Notice how your body feels at this point in the day, on whatever day you're practicing. Then blink your eyes open. Stretch your legs out long, point your toes. Interlace your fingers back behind you and press your palms away from your head. And take a breath in here. On your breath out, draw your knees up and into your chest. Keep the right knee drawing in, straighten the left leg long. Give it a squeeze. Then inhale, open the right knee out to the right. Stay here or take a half happy baby, depending on how open your hips feel right now. And draw the knee down towards your armpit, down towards the floor. And then bring that knee across your body over into a reclined twist. Spread your shoulder blades out on the mat. Try to keep them nice and flat. Gaze over your opposite shoulder. Take a breath in here, down into your belly. Exhale, let it go. Roll over onto your back. Straighten the right leg up to the sky. Take a hamstring stretch. Circle the ankle a few times in both directions. Point the toes and then flex the heel, driving it up towards the sky. Draw the right knee in one more time. Give it a little gentle squeeze and then straighten it out long. Interlace the fingers with the opposite one on top. Point the toes, stretch long. Hands press back behind you. Exhale, draw both knees up and into your chest. This time keep hold of the left knee. Squeeze it in. Extend the right leg. Draw the left knee out to the side or find half happy baby on this side. You could grab for the ankle or the outer edge of your foot. Draw the knee down towards the floor, down towards your armpit. And try to keep your sacrum pressing flat into the mat. And take the knee over and across your body. Find a reclined twist on the other side. Spread your shoulder blades. Gaze over the left shoulder. Deep breath here. Stay for your exhale. Come onto your back. Interlace your hands around the back of the left thigh. Extend your left leg. Hamstring stretch. Circle the ankle. And go the other way. Point your toes away from you. Flex them back toward you. And one last time, squeeze the left knee in. Draw both knees up and into your chest. We'll find a full happy baby here. Little rock side to side, around in circles. Any way that feels like a little massage on your spine. Then draw the knees back in together. Rock and roll your way up or press your way around onto hands and knees. We'll meet in a tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Spread your fingers out. So your pointers are pointing straight forward or a little turned out. Inhale, stretch your heart forward, shoulders draw into the back, gaze a little bit up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, push the floor away. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then you take your own movement, just warm up into your spine. Start to move the body with your breath. It's humid here, my hands are about to get slippery. We'll see how it goes. As you're ready, come to meet back in a neutral spine. You have your toes tucked, so start to bring your knees an inch or two off the mat. As low as you can, bring them to a hover. Tuck your pubic bone up so you're drawing it into your ribs. Ribs reach down to your pubic bone. Stretch your heart forward, almost like a mini cow pose. And take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Press into the hand, make sure the weight's spreading across your palms and your fingers. Hover. Push down into the floor, arms are nice and active. Imagine like you could draw your hands apart from each other. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, set it down. We have one more of those. Push into your palms, firm your arms, lift your knees. Press into the balls of your feet. Firm your thighs, draw your sitting bones back a little bit, heart forward. Inhale. This time as we exhale, press the hips up and back. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch the heels high. Exhale, drop them over to the right side. Inhale up through center. I got the slippery hands. Exhale, drop them to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press your heels down toward the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Start to crawl your hands back toward your feet. Have your feet at least hips distance. Hang here, ragdoll or forward fold. Take a little sway. And then release the hands, round, roll your way all the way up to standing. Inhale, stretch the arms high and up overhead. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, reach forward with your heart, lengthen your spine. Exhale, belly, chest to your thighs, fold in. Reach the arms wide, firm your legs, hug your belly as you rise. Exhale, hands into heart center. Inhale, reach high, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, hands to your heart, fold forward. Inhale, rise halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, crawl your hands out back into that downward facing dog. Inhale, wave the body forward to a plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees, reach the hips up and back, down dog. Two more waves. Inhale, shifts you forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale once more, like this round. Exhale, press the hips back. Option to stay like that, or inhale, shift forward to a plank pose. And then lower the hips, come right into upward facing dog with the toes tucked under. Exhale, bend the knees, reach the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Two more, your variation. The inhale carries you all the way through to upward dog. And the exhale rides the breath back all the way to downward facing dog. Last one. On your exhale, we meet back in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, look up to the top of your mat. Let the breath carry you forward. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise up to standing. Exhale, dive your way right back down. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, step the right foot back into a lunge, lower the back knee down. Hook the thumbs, inhale, reach up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, take the hands down to the inside of your front foot. We'll keep the right hand planted underneath the shoulder. Reach the left arm back around, option for the quad stretch here. Draw your hips back to your heel, and then sink the hips down toward the floor. Try to maintain that connection with the back foot. You could roll to the outer edge of the front foot. One more inhale here. Exhale, gently release the back foot, sweep the left arm around, spin all 10 toes to the long edge of your mat. You wind up in a prasarita, wide-legged fold. Inhale, rise to the fingertips, lift up through the heart. Exhale, maybe the fold takes you a little deeper, shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, spin all 10 toes to the back of your mat. We're finding that lizard pose variation, so lower the back knee down. Left hand under your left shoulder, reach the right arm up and around. Maybe you grab the outer edge of the back foot, create that connection between your glutes and your heel, and then start to dip down so you get more quad stretch and less sinking into the hips. Maybe you roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, gently release the foot with control. Right hand comes down to the outer edge of your right foot. Hook your thumbs, inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lower the hands down to frame the front foot. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold in. Press into the feet to rise, inhale. Exhale, fold it right back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step the left foot to the back. Separate your feet if you need to. Inhale, hook the thumbs, rise up. Anjane with the back knee lifted. Crescent lunge. Exhale, spin the back heel down. Hook your hands, fingers behind you. Inhale, open the chest like a warrior one with your hands clasped. Exhale, humble warrior. Stay here for a breath. Draw your right hip back and in. Inhale, keep the hands bound, rise up. Straighten out the front leg, turn all 10 toes to the long edge, make sure your heels are in line with each other. Inhale, open the heart toward the sky. Exhale, fold in, Prasarita C. Inhale, let the breath lift you up. Exhale, spin through the feet, setting up warrior one legs on the second side. Inhale, open into humble warrior. Exhale, fold in. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, release. Release the hands as you rise up, spin to the ball of your back foot. Now your hips are facing forward. Inhale, Anjane, back knee lifted, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down to frame your front foot. Step the back foot up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Down by your sides, find your Tadasana. The sun salutation A here. Inhale, reach, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step to a plank pose. Decide if you're ready to lower to Chaturanga or you come all the way to your belly. Inhale, take your upward facing dog or your cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Keep your hands, your arms nice and active. Hands pushing down into your mat, forearms lifting away from the ground. 1 more breath. Inhale, rise high on the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Bring your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Root through the feet. Reach high through the arms. Exhale, hands into heart center. Second round, inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump your way back. If you're jumping, jump straight to Chaturanga. Inhale, find your heart opener. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. 3 breaths. Reconnect to your body's rhythm. Reconnect to your peace of mind here. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Hop, step, or walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reach, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale. Exhale, hands into your heart. One more. Inhale, lifts you up. Lengthen the sides of the waist. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold in. Look forward with your heart rather than your eyes and your neck. Make your way back to chaturanga on the exhale or all the way to your belly. Remember, it's always fine. Fine with me, fine with you. If you modify your practice, you take what works for you today. 3 breaths here. Make sure your feet are hips distance apart. Inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Exhale, drop both heels over to the right. Inhale, shift forward into a side plank, right hand down, left arm stretches high and up and over your ear, palm down towards the floor. And then start to bring your left knee up towards the sky, squeeze into the outer left hip. You might extend the left leg long, start to bring it to a hover parallel with the floor in line with your left hip. Inhale here. On your exhale, as slowly with control as you can, start to step that left foot up in line with your right hand. Spin yourself toward the front of your mat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, press into the left foot. Start to bring your right knee up in line with your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, airplane, kick the right heel back behind you. I like to point my foot and drive the ball of my back foot back. Inhale, lengthen the heart. Exhale, step back, set up warrior 2 legs. And you land in warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Bring elbow to thigh or right hand to the inside of your foot. Stretch your right arm up and over. Take a breath in here. Exhale, square off your shoulders. Come to the ball of your back foot. Heel toe your left foot a little wider. Option to stay here or to fly if you like to in Kundanyasana. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. We come to meet back in downward facing dog. And take a cleansing breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach the heels high. Exhale, drop both heels over to the left. Inhale, side angle. Reach that top arm long. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, bring your right knee up towards the sky. Maybe you extend that top leg. Then start to bring it to a hover in line with your hip, kicking it straight out to the side. Inhale. Exhale as slowly as you can. This side's harder for me. We step the right foot all the way up to the top. Square off your shoulders, square off your hips. You're in a runner's lunge now. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, press into the right foot, rise up, one-legged Tadasana. Inhale, reach, rise. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, lengthen the heart away from the foot, from the heel. Step your back foot back, land in warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reach your left fingers long. Exhale, hands come down to the inside of your front foot. You stay here, stretching into that back hip flexor, or you might fly. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the breath. Inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Bring your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press down, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands into your heart. Set your feet up like you like them for chair pose. Inhale, sit low, arms high, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Take it through your Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. On the same exhale breath, step your right foot forward. Spin the back foot flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands flat. Take it back, chaturanga here. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Same breath, step your left foot forward. Spin your back foot flat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back. Vinyasa. You can always skip it. 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale, stretch the heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Bring your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sit low, arms high, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands into your heart, stand up. One more sun B. Inhale, sit low, take the arms high. Exhale, belly to your thighs, then start to straighten the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart forward, press into the tops of the feet and the toes, all 10 toes. Exhale, hips high. Step your right foot forward. Spin the back foot flat, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands flat. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot forward. Spin the back foot flat on the inhale, we rise. Exhale, fold down, lower the palms, step back, take it through your flow. Stay here for 3 breaths. On an inhale, rise to the balls of your feet. Exhale, spin both heels over to the right. Inhale, side plank. Left arm reaches up and over your ear. Exhale, left knee to sky. Inhale, stretch the left foot out, bring it to a hover. On your exhale, step the left foot back behind you. Flip your dog or wild thing, whatever you call it. Inhale, reach back, open across your heart. Maybe bring the hand back behind your skull. Exhale, bring the left hand down, left knee toward your left tricep. Inhale, stretch back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to your right tricep across your body. Kick the heel out to the side, either hover or lower the outer edge of your left foot down. Lower that foot, bring the right hand down. We'll set the left hip on the mat. Yeah, so you lower your hips down, you might have to readjust, squeeze your inner thighs together, crawl your right toes back. Inhale here, open the chest, try to square off your shoulders. You might feel it enough already, you might need to wave the chest down, whatever feels better for you. And if you need even more, you crawl your left fingers forward, weave your right hand underneath and take it into a twist. Crawl your right hand back out in line with your right shoulder, left hand, left shoulder. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale, back to your 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee in toward your chest, step forward. Inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, start to come into your supported warrior 3. On your inhale, draw your knee into your chest as you start to rise back to that 1-legged Tadasana. Exhale, heart forward, kick the right leg back. Airplane pose. Option to take it a little bit deeper here, bringing the fingers to the floor, finding standing splits, or if you practice handstand hops and you have space wherever you are, you're used to it, you know you won't get hurt, you have the option to take them here. And those can be really gentle, you just flatten out the palms, pointer fingers forward. If you're practicing, you can rise to the ball of your back foot and lower. If you're kicking, you can flex into the heel, take little gentle kicks, keeping that back leg straight and strong. You're not doing a lot with it. Take about 3 hops, and then we'll lower back down to meet in our lunge. Inhale, rise for crescent. Exhale, spin the back foot flat, open up, warrior 3. Warrior 2, excuse me. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, look down. Start to straighten out through your front leg. Reach the right hand up to the sky. And then start to turn your palm around, top palm around. Bring that hand to your lower back or tuck it to the inside of your left hip. Curl your fingers forward and gaze forward, starting to prepare for Ardha Chandrasana or half moon. Hop your back foot in or start to lift the back leg up. Flex through the back heel. Keep a little micro bend in your left leg, but straighten the right one as much as you can. Inhale, release the top arm up to the sky. Exhale, step back. We'll meet in warrior two. Inhale one more time, reverse it. Exhale, spin the hands down to your mat. Step to down dog or to plank pose. Take a vinyasa here. It's available to you as an option. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Lucky me, it's feeling like the breeze gets stronger every time I'm back in down dog. Resetting. And take another breath. Inhale, rise to the balls of your feet. Exhale, drop both heels over to the left. Inhale, side plank on the left side. Exhale, draw your right knee up to the sky. Maybe start to kick it out in front of you, bringing it to hover parallel to the floor in line with your hip. This time, step the right toes back behind you. Inhale, wild thing. Maybe tuck your hand behind your skull. Bring your right hand down to the floor. Inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. I hope I'm doing this the same as the other side. Inhale, kick your heel up and back. Exhale, under and across your body. Start to come to your fallen triangle or hover that foot above the mat. Lower the outer edge of the right foot down, left hand down. Inhale, forward. Crawl your right toes a little closer to your left hand. Start to set your right hip down. Crawl your back toes back. Inhale, square off your hips as much as you can, square off your chest. Then you have the option to stay here. You could lower your chest or you could take that weave. Right hand crawls forward, left arm underneath it. Feel the stretch into your outer right hip. Start to crawl the way back into your hands. Square off your shoulders, make sure hands are underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward your chest. Step the foot up in between your hands. Inhale, crawl your heart forward. Exhale, supported warrior three. Draw your knee in toward your chest. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, option for that standing splits with the fingers coming down, or the options for preparing for handstand. Lower the hands flat. Start to rise to the ball of your foot with little pulses. Or handstand hops here, keeping the left leg straight, the foot flexed. You bend into your right knee, then start to lift up. We'll take about 3 hops with control, not falling over backwards or running into everything behind you. We'll lower the back foot down, rise up into crescent. Inhale. Exhale, spin open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Start to spin your gaze down, straighten out through your front leg. Reach your top hand up to the sky, Trikonasana. Then bend your elbow, bring the back of your palm toward your lower back or tucked inside your hip. Inhale, gaze forward in front of your front foot. Start to crawl your fingers forward. We'll meet in Ardha Chandrasana or a half moon pose. Flex hard through your back foot. Inhale, open up across your chest. Stay for your exhale. And take one more breath here. Exhale, meet in warrior two. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, spin the hands flat. Step it back. We'll lower all the way down to your belly. And crawl your hands back behind you, palms facing down. Have the feet in together, big toes touching, heels a little bit apart. Keep your palms pressing down. Roll your shoulders away from the floor and back away from your ears. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale, stretch your toes so far back that they lift. You feel your thighs firm, the kneecaps start to lift up. And then if you like to, lift your palms up away from the floor. Reach the fingers back toward your heels. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch the heart long. Exhale, lower. Turn your head to one side. And take a little rest here with your ear down. Gaze forward, point the toes, press all 10 toenails into the floor. Hook your thumbs like we did earlier in our lunges. Try to pull the thumbs apart from each other. That'll start to firm your triceps and your arms, and reach your fingers back toward your heels. That might already start to lift your chest. Keep reaching until your chest lifts and the muscles in your back are firming. Then point your toes, start to bring your feet up. Inhale, feel your inner thighs spin up towards the sky. Toes point back toward the back of your mat. Stay here if you feel good, or for a deeper back bend, start to bend into the knees. Reach back, maybe you grab the outer ankles. Flex your feet, drive your heels, your ankles back into your hands. Inhale, open across your heart, roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Another breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Keep the knees bent, windshield wiper the feet side to side. Ooh, windy. Stretch the feet back behind you. Readjust your mat if the wind messed it up. Crawl your fingers out like little tents. Inhale, wave the heart up. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, left shoulder down. Inhale, rise up. Crawl your left hand in toward your body, right hand away. Start to roll over onto your right hip. Yeah, stick your butt out, draw your heart forward. Take your left hand behind your skull. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, bring your left hand down in front of your hip. Start to step your left foot in front of your right thigh. And you might already start to feel it here. Start to draw your knee away from your body. I'm feeling this in my outer left hip. Then crawl your left fingers back behind you. Start to roll into a figure 4 variation facing the back. Flex your left toes. I'm running into my bench here. That's okay. Take a little sway of your hips side to side. And bring the left foot back to the floor. Left hand back in line with your right. Straighten out the legs, roll onto your belly. Inhale, wave the body up, come up onto your fingertips. Draw the right hand in towards you, left hand a little away from you, roll onto your left hip. And take your right hand back behind your skull. Inhale across the heart, stick your butt out to open the chest. Then step your right foot to the floor in front of your left thigh. And sometimes I have to grab onto the ankle here to feel it. You start to feel an opening in the right hip. To take it deeper, you crawl the right fingers back behind you, roll onto your bottom, and find a seated figure 4. Flex your right toes. Take a little sway of the legs side to side. I'm getting very dirty from rolling off my mat onto the ground. That's okay too. Bring the sole of the right foot back to the floor. And bring your right hand back in line with your left. Straighten your legs, lower your heart down, come back onto your belly. Tuck your toes under, bring your hands in line with your chest. You could press through plank pose. I'm gonna press through hands and knees. Come back into a child's pose. And let the belly spread out across the thighs. Bring your forehead to rest on the mat or make a pillow with your hands. Inhale. Exhale, let something go. Inhale, rise up onto all fours. Shift the right knee forward behind the right wrist. That foot works its way across toward your left hand. Crawl back, setting up for pigeon. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. And start to walk your hands back toward your body. Press down into the palms, shift back, tabletop. Set up the other side, slide the left knee forward, work your left shin across. Inhale, square off the hips as much as you can, or at least level them. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press weight into your palms. Shift back toward your tabletop. Now you have the option to set up for an inversion. I'm going to choose headstand here, but if you practice forearm stand or handstand, if you don't practice any of those, you could try dolphin, or you can do legs up the wall. I'll set you up for dolphin and then lead it into headstand. You'll bring your elbows down underneath your shoulders. Interlace all your fingers except the pinkies, so your pinky side edge of your hands is level on the ground. Then you bring the crown of your head down towards the floor, not much weight in it at all. The hands cup around the back of your skull. All my weight here is pressing into my forearms, my outer wrists, and the pinky side edge of my hands. So not much weight in your head, maximum 30% of your weight is in your head. Start to tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. You might stay here just working on a prep, or you could bring one knee into your chest, maybe both knees into your chest. If they don't both come into your chest, you just do one at a time, and that's your inversion practice today. Maybe you stay here if that's where you feel comfortable, or you can extend your legs up towards the sky. Flex into your feet, drive the balls of your feet up towards the ceiling. That same flointing action, that teaches your legs what to do. Starts to spin the inner thighs back, firm into your thighs, and reach your sitting bones down toward your heels. And if you're just new to headstand and you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay too. You can always do this with the wall behind you. And feel that sensation of your pubic bone reaching toward your bottom ribs. And come back to your breath. When you feel ready to come down, you could lower the feet to the floor or draw one knee at a time back into your chest. I like to straighten my legs out and slowly lower the feet down with control. Come to meet in a child's pose. Take the knees in close together. This time crawl your hands back toward your feet. Let your shoulders round in over your thighs. And then one by one, restock your vertebrae, roll your way up to a seat. Shift your hips over to one side. Come down on your back for a couple rounds of back bends. Set your feet up hips distance apart, knees hips distance apart. Roll down onto your back. We'll start with a bridge pose. Press your hands by your sides, tuck the shoulders, the outer upper arms underneath you. Press into the heels, lift the hips up. If you're up and you need extra opening across your chest, interlace the fingers, roll the triceps underneath you.
Inhale, press into the heels, the hips lift a little higher, and the sitting bones reach toward your heels. Try to relax the glutes as much as you can, and let the lift come from the muscles in your back. Imagine like you could draw your heels back toward your hands, feel your hamstrings flex. Another inhale. Exhale, set your hips down. Just take a breath in between, don't adjust anything. Second round might be exactly the same and you switch the clasp of your hands. Otherwise, we'll set up for Urdhva Dhanurasana. You'll plant your hands right up next to your ears, fingers back toward your shoulders or turn slightly out, especially if you have any wrist issues. Just like bridge pose, press into your heels, lift your hips. Press into your hands. Some people like to stop on the crown of their head. I don't really like to because that puts your neck at risk, so I just press into my hands and lift up. But sometimes it's nice to kind of realign the shoulders and get yourself readjusted. Give yourself a pep talk while you're on the crown of your head. Just be gentle with your neck. Inhale, relax your head and your neck. Push into your hands. Exhale, chin to chest. Look at the sky as you lower down. Step your feet a little bit wider. Let both knees drop over to the right. Reach both hands back behind you. And to grab hold of my left with my right fingers under your back. Both knees up through center, release the wrists, drop the knees over to the left. Switch the clasp, so you grab your right wrist with your left fingers, stretch it back, maybe a little over to the left side. And take the knees back through center, release the wrists. However feels good to you, by rocking or pressing, make your way up into a seat. We'll take Paschimottanasana here, so both legs straight out in front of you, flex the feet, inhale, sit tall, exhale, seated forward fold. You might grab peace sign fingers around your big toes or wrap your hands around the outer edges of your feet. You have options. Keep the thighs engaged, so I have to micro bend my knees a little bit and remind myself to keep firming into the thighs. Keep hugging into the belly. So even though it's a forward fold, it's still pretty active in the legs and the belly. The spine lengthening forward and the arms are pretty relaxed actually. Shoulders try to relax as much as they can. Let an inhale lift you up. Bend into the knees, find Baddha Konasana. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Roll the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale, reach your heart down towards the bottoms of your feet. Keep the inner thighs squeezing out. We're taking the first version where we reach our heart forward. Try to keep your spine long. Inhale, lifts up. Exhale, draw your nose this time down towards your feet. Mine are really dirty. It's okay. And let your spine round. And same action, inner thighs rolling up and back. And let your next inhale lift you up. Exhale, draw the knees in together like you're closing a book. Roll your way down onto your back. Hug the knees in toward your chest. Reach between them, find happy baby. Notice if this feels any different than from the beginning of class. And give a little rock. Then any other poses that you need to finish off your practice, you could add them in now, or we'll start to make our way into our Shavasana. Straighten out the legs, let the hands rest, palms up at your sides. get yourself situated. Get any wiggles out of the way, any clothing adjustments or muscle relaxation, so that eventually you're able to drop in and find yourself in this final relaxation pose, Shavasana. And slowly start to deepen your breath. Stay here as long as you like. You can always hit pause on the video or begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Swirl your wrists, circle your ankles. And bend your knees, place the feet on the floor. Bring your hands to your belly. Inhale, fill up down into your palms. Exhale, release. Roll over onto your right side. Give yourself a breath in a fetal pose, like you're first waking up in the morning. Press down into your palms, lift your way back into a seat, and cross-legged or whatever way is comfortable for you. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, deep breath down into your belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Bring your thumb knuckles up to third eye center. And here, honor your practice. Honor your life at whatever moment it happens to be, with all of its happiness, everything you're grateful for, all of your frustrations and challenges, everything that causes you to feel, everything that reminds you that you're alive. And I honor the connection to you and everyone sharing our practice today, or wherever and whenever they're practicing out in the world. And I say to you, namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and for choosing to practice with me. I hope to see you soon. Namaste, yogis. Thank you.